Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes. Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Valoria is open. 3-pointer. Oh my goodness! It's a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. He just posterized Miles Caballero.
After pulling off the biggest win of the season and ending a 13-game losing skid, the Bacolod Tubo Slashers head into the Batangas City Coliseum to face the Batangas City Tanduayron Masters, who will try to defend their home turf and strengthen their position in the South Division standings. But in the way is Aldave Canoy of the Bacolod Tubo Slashers, oozing with talent and upside. He will go up against Don Ochea, the reigning MPBL Defensive Player of the Year. Those two guys will lock horns in our main game. The Bacolod Tubo Slashers will go up against the Batangas City Tanduayron Masters. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, Ken Panglinan with Coach Mike Perez. Later we'll hear from Miss Lyra Punsalan. Coach Mike, Batangas City is pretty much in a tricky situation. They're playing at home, but they're going up against a team oozing with confidence after that upset win over Basilan in Bacolod.
Oh, lalo na if you're going up against a team that has nothing to lose, no? More for Batangas to try to get to the number 2 spot, hopefully in the South, and you have to be very careful as you have to deal with a very aggressive and a competitive Bacolod team.
Napapanood niyo po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino live on the official MPBL YouTube channel, and live din po tayo ngayon on Solar Sports. Ngayon silipin natin yung South Division team standings natin dahil nagkaagulo pa rin, no? Panalo kanina yung Mindoro against Gensan, and that pulls them to within just half a game behind Gensan for that 6th spot. Tandaan natin yung 1-6 outright playoffs na yan. Pero Batangas, may pagkakataon naman na pag makapanalo sila dito, they will pull to 1 game behind Zamboanga for that number 2 spot.
Oh, totoo naman yun. Talaga ang goal nitong Batangas to get as high as they can into the standings and hopefully to get at the very least at number 2.
And well, when talking about the Bacolod Tubo Slashers though, one guy that we have to focus on is the stellar play of Aldave Canoy. We all know the tantalizing upside that he has, the talent that he has. Ito si Aldave Canoy. And boy, he was able to put it together against a very experienced squad in Basilan in this matchup.
Yeah, and faced by the experienced players of Basilan, his numbers have been above his normal averages. 15 points against 9.5 points per game and shooting very well from the field, 70%, 6 rebounds, a couple of steals. And man, out of those 15 points, 11 of them coming in the first half para dito kay Aldave Canoy.
Kasama niya, halos puro mga bata. Mga kalaban nila, halos puro mga veterano. And one of them, Levy Hernandez, at age 35. Oh boy, this guy is having his finest season to date para dito sa Batangas City Tanduayron Masters.
16 points against that game in Muntinlupa where they won. Well, he was 6 of 15 from the field pero 2 out of 8 lang siya pagdating sa 3. 14 points in the first half. The clear focus in that game was really finding open teammates and not solo scoring up for himself. 5 assists in that game. I'm sure Coach Cholo was very happy seeing Levy Hernandez feeding off his teammates and getting them involved offensively para dito sa Batangas.
The leading scorer so far para dito sa Batangas City Tanduayron Masters, 17.8 points per contest. But we will divert our attention to 2 different players from their respective squads. On one side, for Bacolod, itong bagong salta na si Kenneth Malazarte, who came in during the window. And on the other side, Jong Baloria, Coach Mike, na it's been a struggle for him. This is his first season in the MPBL where he's averaging below double figures in scoring.
Oh, up and coming yung isa, samantalang yung isa naman, medyo struggle ng konti pagdating dito kay Jong Baloria. Well, 14 points in that game for Bacolod in Malazarte, as well as just 11 para dito sa kay Jong Baloria. Clearly, I don't think Jong Baloria is getting as many touches as he should. And the hope is, lalo na coming to the playoffs, you're gonna need a lot of scoring and Jong Baloria has got to be a part of it. And para dito naman kay Malazarte, just stellar continuous play for the young guy.
And those 2 guys are at courtside with Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Maraming salamat, Ken. With us tonight is none other than Kenneth Malazarte of the Bacolod Tubo Slashers and of course, Batangas' very own Jong Valoria. Kenneth, baguhan ka pa lang para sa Bacolod but you're already making waves. How are you adjusting to the team at paano mo pinaghandaan itong game nyo against Batangas?
Pinaghandaan, bago pa lang ako pero sinabihan ako ni Coach Pau na maglaro lang ako sa laro ko tapos practice lang na practice. Tsaka inintindi ko naman yung mga yung sistema niya. Tsaka yun lang.
Maraming salamat, Kenneth Malazarte of the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. And now, to my right, we have Jong Valoria. Jong, as a veteran leader for Batangas, paano mo i-handle itong hot shooting guard na si Kenneth Malazarte?
Siguro, pinaghandaan namin sila silang lahat, and then siya. And then, isa siya sa mga key player ng team. And then, ayun, may mga defense kaming hinanda sa kanya. And then, medyo mabilis, pero kaya naman siguro namin. Ayun, may play sa team and in defense naman namin sa team. Yun.
At may message ka ba, of course, sa mga Batanggenyos na sumusuporta sa inyo ngayong gabi?
Sa lahat ng Batanggenyong andito, nanonood sa TV, wag kayong magsasawang suportahan ang Team Batangas. Ups and down, suportahan nyo po kami. Kayo po ang nagbibigay sa amin lakas. Pag natatalo kami, medyo down, alam namin down din kayo. Hope na magtuloy-tuloy suporta nyo sa amin. Gagawin namin, sa abot namin makakaya ngayong season na to. Sana makuha natin itong minimiti nating kampyonato. Pagtatrabahuan po namin.
Big words. Maraming salamat, Jong Valoria of the Batangas Tanduayra Masters. And now, let's turn you over to Miguel Perey for the starting lineups.
And here we go, mga kaliga, with our main game here inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. It's Bacolod versus your Batangas City, live on Solar Sports. This is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters, beginning with Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Starting at guard number 1, John Sobrevega. Also at guard number 6, Kenneth Malazarte. Playing center number 22, Chani Rangel. Forward number 10, JC Adjay. And the other forward number 35, Jeric Villanueva. The head coach for Bacolod is Pau Havelona. Assistant coaches Noy Baclao, Emric Sahota, and Briton Havelona. Assistant team manager Kevin Custodio. And now Batangas City, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit for your MPBL inaugural season champions, Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters. Starting at center, number 26, John Ambuluto. Forward number 15, Don Ochea. Also at forward number 27, DKING to the VIP, King Importante. One guard number 25, Philip Panyamogan. And at two guard number 22, Disciple de Mexico, Levi Hernandez. The head coach for Batangas City is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Dino Enrile. Assistant team manager Gilbert Alea, team manager Jin Alabanza. LGU partner is Mayor Marvy Marillo, team owner Lucio Tan III.
Starting 5 brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Magsisimula para sa Bacolod, Jan Sobrevega, Kenneth Malazarte, Chadi Rangel, JC Adjay, and Jeric Villanueva for Batangas City. The backcourt of Philip Panyamogan and Levi Hernandez. Up front, John Ambulunto, King Importante, and Don Ochea. And our referees for this ball game, Crew Chief Jay Castroverde, Umpire 1, Edwin Bubos, Umpire 2, Afea Maroinia, and fourth man is Alan Manzano. The tip going to the side of the guys in white, Bacolod. Immediately, Malazarte fires a shot. Man full of confidence. Ito si
Oo.
Kenneth Malazarte, Coach Mike.
And why not? You know, you like that aggressiveness of the young man. And especially as you go up against yung mga veteranong players ng Batangas, you really wanna, you know, against the best teams, you wanna test where you are. And Don Ochea, having started his 10th start in the 21 games that he's played, knocks down that 3.
Yung sinasabi natin, si Dono Chea lately has come alive quietly for Batangas City. Philip Panyamongan playing that point guard spot. Laban kay Jan Sobrevega. Importante coming up for that screen. Great anticipation by Sobrevega. Whipping a pass to Malazarte. Challenging the defense. High off the glass, no. Ball will stay with the Tubo Slashers.
Yan ang dahilan kung bakit hindi ka pwede magpahinga dito sa Tubo Slashers na to. The Tubo Slashers, every time they take on the floor, they actually believe that they can compete against every team there is. And they never run out of effort. And that's why, you know, nakikita mo yung upside of guys performing. Sobrevega, Malazarte, certain points AJ, and Kanoy. You know, these are young guys that actually perform here in this season of the MPBL.
You know, Coach Mike, one of the things I'm really interested to see as Hernandez gets the friendly bounce on that baseline jumper is the chess match between the two coaches. Coach Cholo Villanueva and Coach Pau Avelona.
Alam naman natin si Coach Cholo, pretty much a classic, you know, chess master pagdating dyan sa laro ng mga schemes and plays. And we've seen that a lot in the teams that he's handled, including itong Batangas Rum Masters. And he really is just a coach that believes a lot in systems and leading by example, and taking care of his boys on the team.
Malazarte has missed his first 3 shots. Hernandez push shot, no good. Gets it back, multiple pump fakes. Kaya lang Mintes. Hook shot by Ochea, left it short. Oh boy, Bacolod is hell-bent on running the ground. Something they need to do, especially going up against a veteran squad like Batangas City.
And something that the Rum Masters really cannot afford is to relax against Bacolod Tubo Slashers. See that 3 right there made by Sam Ajay. Pag ang kalaban mo ay masipag at thinks that they can compete against you, you bring in a little luck, you know, there might be a chance you get beat. And so you don't want luck to come in. So you want to dominate the game as early as you can. Right now, you know, this is a tight game by the Slashers, and right now they had a 2-point lead.
Nice layup there from JC Ajay.
This 5 of the Rum Masters is more of a defensive 5, if you ask me. Every time that you have King Importante, Don Ochea, and Amboluto on the floor at the same time, you know, it always is going to be a focus on the defensive end. And Levy is the one who will take care of the offensive side of the floor.
And this lineup is very athletic, no? Very lengthy, especially those 2 bigs. Coach Cholo Villanueva certainly knows he has his hands full. 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
And you also cannot forget about Philip Panyamogan. You know, the guy's a scorer. And him alongside Levy Hernandez should lead the production para dito sa Batangas.
Kanyal, off the bench, turns the ball over. Foul given up by Janso Brevega.
As the Rum Masters were getting ready in open floor transition. And you see, always itong si Bacolod, talagang ano eh, walang give up itong mga players na ito eh. Even this entire team, and I think that's the profile pretty much of Coach Pau Avelona taking over.
Go hard talaga yung mga yan.
Oo.
Hernandez, Batangas City turns the ball over.
Tsaka yung alam mo na natatalo kasi pero pumapalag.
Oo,
Diba?
laban talaga.
Yun ang ng Bacolod eh. Sure, you know, lalamangan nyo kami pero you know, we're not just gonna roll over and surrender to you the game.
These guys play with a lot of pride.
Yes.
Mostly homegrown players.
very similar to how the Cebu team is. No? Those guys play with a lot of pride. Ito medyo may kiskisan ng konti sa ilalim.
I should clarify my earlier statement. Mostly from Bacolod, from the Negros region.
Ito yung action sa loob between was that Miles Kanyal?
Yeah, Kanyal and Ambuluto.
Right.
Aldev Canoy comes in, playing that 4 spot.
Ganda rin ang nilalaro niya ni Aldev Canoy.
At sila yung nagbabantayan ni Dono Chea. Hernandez sa poste. Laban kay Aquino, importante! Has that mid-range jumper in his bag. 7-all, approaching the halfway point of the first period. Duboze now in for the Tubo Slashers.
In that post-game interview in that win in Bataan versus Muntinlupa, when Levy Hernandez got interviewed, he clearly was stating that the instructions of Coach Cholo was really to find the other guys in the team to score. And so in that game, he focused more on assisting. Matter of fact, early in the game, you didn't see him looking for a shot. He was looking for his teammates. And if you have a leading scorer having that kind of mentality, it really just gives all the more energy to your teammates to work for you defensively and offensively.
Great recognition there by Philip Panyamogan, setting up John Ambuluto. Batangas City reclaims the lead, 9-7. Canoy puts it on the deck. Met by Hernandez. Now he offers a screen para kay Mark Duboze. Kanyal, 5 on their shot clock. Ball intercepted by King Importante. Off to the races, but pass bit off target. Intended by Philip Panyamogan. This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And both those two guys involved in that action did that perfectly well, that middle ball screen action. First, Ambuluto provided that screen, held onto that screen until makalabas doon si Philip Panyamogan. Panyamogan drew out the second defender and cleared out that role by John Ambuluto.
Pastias, short on that shot from the outside. Panyamogan directing traffic. Philip against Mark Duboze. Panyamogan double cross. Duboze still in front. Panyamogan forcing his way in and eventually drawing a foul against Mark Duboze.
Wouldn't you love that if you're Coach Pau Havilona? I mean, the little guy is sticking it out defensively against Philip Panyamogan. Binigay lahat ni Philip Panyamogan, even the footwork.
Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Coach Cholo Villanueva emphasized teamwork after their win against Muntinlupa, saying, "I want everybody involved. We are built as a team working together with everyone doing their roles." With their chemistry sharpened by years together, he's excited to bring that same vibe against Bacolod tonight. Bacolod is a young team and we have to respect them or we might lose, he added. He also reminded his players to stick to the basics, shooting open shots and making extra passes to keep their offense sharp and effective. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and Coach Cholo Villanueva. Always the attention to detail, Coach Mike.
At saka alam mo, the basketball really, regardless of what level, the message is always the same. This is a team game. You have to share the ball, stick to the fundamentals, keep everything very simple. And, for a pro coach like Coach Cholo to be reminding his pro players these things, really just tells you how much of clarity in terms of what he wants his team to do on the floor for the Rum Masters.
And I think he prepared his team to this kind of a game. Dahil talagang itong Bacolod, full metal to the pedal.
Oo, totoo.
Sorry, full pedal to the metal.
Right. Tsaka yung nakadiin talaga maglaro itong Bacolod kahit sino pa yung kalaban nila. And I also like the messaging of yung respeto sa kalaban.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, layo ng standings pero nandun pa rin yung respeto ni Coach Cholo na baka mamaya ma-outwork tayo. And you gotta be careful against these teams.
Check sa pinan, papunta kay Philip Panyamogan. And an offensive foul called on Jexter.
And only because Bacolod has been very aggressively sticking to the man on the ball and playing their defended man one pass away.
6-point lead. It's an 8-0 run by the Rum Masters. Bastias to Villanueva. Jeric.
Nice pass.
Backdoor. Aquino though, minadali nga lang no, yung tira niya doon.
Lalim ng pagkakadukot niya dun sa naipit yung bola. But that's an offensive foul clearly.
With a siwas yung depensa ni Art Aquino.
Pero kita mo, Aquino is not faced at all.
Ay, oo.
Kita mo, he just stays inside until that left hand started warding him off. I like that he kept his inside hand on the body of Levy Hernandez, really making it difficult. Medyo may kwentuhan pa dito yung dalawa no?
Yeah, Levy and Aquino having some words. And one of the masters of mind games, Levy Hernandez. Meanwhile, Janjan Pastias able to penetrate inside for 2 more points. Stops that 8-0 run by the Rum Masters.
Oh, that's a over and back. He hasn't established yet.
Yun.
Yeah, in the front court. So he received that ball on the fly. His last step was really from the back.
Harold Aquino at Levy Hernandez. Merong exchange of sweet nothings, probably. Villanueva is stretched big, and that's why he could knock down those long 3-point shots. A guy his size at 6'8", 6'9". Grabe pag magkasama sila ni Chadi Rangel, no? At that front court.
And that's ang ganda ng percentage ni Villanueva from 3. He's 40% shooting from there. He joined them parang mid-season na pumasok ito on the window. And he's just been that welcome addition para dito sa Tubo Slashers.
Daniel Atienza. Todoy Larim puts it on the deck. 3 seconds left against Jeric Villanueva. Apinan got blocked by Villanueva. And a shot clock violation called against the Rum Masters.
Almost feels like the messaging of Bacolod and ni Coach Pao sa mga taga Bacolod is that, hey guys, we might be short in some on the aspect of fight in some positions, pero we can never fall short of effort. And at the end, lalo na sa defensive side of the floor, to which these guys have actually been responding to that messaging of Coach Pao.
8 turnovers already just in the first quarter. Laban sa Batangas City, Coach Mike.
Yeah, first quarter you're only down 1. And right now you're up 1 on that shot by Chadi.
It's Bacolod's turn to respond with a 7-0 run of their own. They find themselves up by 1. Points off turnovers. 11-0 in favor of the Tubo Slashers. Atienza.
Nice fake.
Shot will not work. Tapikan ng bola. Cruz comes away with it. Last shot time for Batangas City. Valoria. 5 seconds remaining. Turns the corner. Valoria floats it up. No. And that's gonna do it here in quarter number 1. You love the activity being shown here and the fight from the Bacolod Tubo Slashers, picking up from where they left off in that remarkable win against Basilan, Coach Mike.
Yeah, impressive run in the first quarter para dito sa Bacolod. Coach Cholo started out with more of a defensive 5, but the Tubo Slashers, doesn't matter. Whoever's on the floor, we're gonna respond. It was a challenge to cover John Amboluto underneath, but these guys have never run out of effort. And the Tubo Slashers right now in a close fight in the first quarter against the Rum Masters.
Finding themselves up by 1, 14-13. Special deal from OneXBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Kasalukuyang may isang puntos na kalamangan itong Bacolod to Boss Slashers at kaya lang binanggit natin, no? That win over Basilan turned a lot of heads and for good reason, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and it really is because of the effort that these guys showed in that game. And Basilan, alam naman natin, no? Lumalaban rin yan. Pero the big story in that game was really on the free throws. It was a +7 free throw make para dito sa Bacolod. And they had 11 more attempts. And their effort inside the paint resulted in 16 more points in the paint. And really good shooting at 45%. That's pretty high para dito sa Bacolod.
And for more on that, let's go to Lyra.
Coach Pau Javelona is very happy and riding high after their biggest win this season against Basilan. What really clicked was the defense, especially our one-on-one defense he shared. He also gave props to the team for taking care of the ball, which led to fewer turnovers. Looking ahead to their game against Batangas tonight, he stayed humble, saying, "We cannot stop this veteran team. We can only limit them. Kung anong nagawa namin sa Basilan, we're just bringing that same energy," he said, as he urged his players to take advantage of every chance they get on the court tonight. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. No? And you see here, the field goal shooting. Defense, again, is the name of the game for Bacolod, holding Batangas to only 25% shooting from the field in quarter number 1.
And to think some of the shots have been very makeable, no? Point blank, pero nagmimintis.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Every day, karaoke.
Another turnover forced here by Bacolod on Batangas. That's the 9th turnover, and to which they've gotten, 13 points already off of it. And these guys must be feeling good about themselves, you know, having won over Basilan. And kung titingnan mo yung profile ng mga players, you know, yung mix ng players ng Basilan and Batangas hindi rin nagkakalayo, you know. Good set of veterans and good mix of young guys who have really, you know, a lot of experience playing here in the MPBL.
Batangas has yet to score since almost at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. In fact, Bacolod is in the midst of an 11-0 blast. It was 13-7 earlier before that shot by Jong Baloria to break the drought para dito sa Rum Masters.
Jong Baloria is one guy that hopefully for Batangas, come the playoffs, would really elevate his numbers from shot volume to shot making, contributions defensively. He's gonna be key to the rotation of Coach Cholo.
Harold Aquino burns a 3-point shot. Bacolod is ahead by 6, 21-15. Baloria, quick catch and shoot. Too strong. Atienza tracks it down. Guarded by Dubuze. Mark Cruz at the elbow. 2 free throws coming up after getting fouled.
Pero kita mo yung mga tira. Katulad nun, yung tira ni Mark Cruz. Pretty much when he elevates, I don't think there's anyone on that attempt that could block his shot. Pero may ilang ka dahil sobra yung close-out ng agresibo ng close-out nitong mga Tubos Slashers. They've just been very active defensively as has been in their games.
Mark Cruz at the line. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Check this one out, Coach Mike, because when you look at the numbers, Batangas actually has tripled the rebounding output of Bacolod. It's 21-7. But yung shot attempts, +4 lang ang Batangas because of their turnovers, already 9, resulting to 13 turnover points para dito naman sa Bacolod.
Well, yung offensive rebound, we look at that. They have 11 offensive rebounds already para dito sa Rum Masters against only a couple for Bacolod. And it only just shows you that the interior defense and trying to challenge every shot inside the paint has really, you know, made it very uncomfortable para dito sa Rum Masters. Sobre Vega with a good-looking 3 he misses.
Actually, a great pass from Kenneth Palazarte.
Right. Tsaka ganda ng ball movement and man movement. You know, you catch the ball, you move it, try to get the ball into the nail, draw a secondary help. Ooh.
Another turnover, number 10 against Batangas.
Tsaka si Miles Cañal, kita mo aggressively. you know, in that trap area. They kept Jexter Apinan on that side of the floor. You know, no dribble, lost it. Miles able to recover, and it was off to the races until that, you know, takedown between those two.
Possible review. It is gonna be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul.
Unsportsmanlike
Jexter
foul on
Apinan.
number 43, Jexter Apinan, his second.
So 2 free throws coming up for Miles Canyal. Plus ball possession for the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Kanyal so far has been yung isa sa mga pinakamatagal na bigs na to for this season para sa kanila. And he's just been, you know, despite all the challenges against the other bigs of their opponents, he just continues to, you know, make it the best that he could against those guys.
Free throws though remain a problem for Miles Canyal. 1 out of 2 came into this game only shooting 48.8%. So yan, no, yung nagiging kwento natin. 10 turnovers laban sa Batangas. Nakapag-capitalize naman ang Bacolod with 13 points off those miscues.
And you know what's surprising, Ken? When you talk about the numbers, we're talking about lamang sa offensive rebounds, lamang sa wala masyadong second chance points.
Oh, Villanueva with second block. Aquino. Yun lang. Umawi.
Umawi.
You were saying, Coach Mike?
I was gonna say that the numbers right now should be indicative of advantage for Batangas, but because of the efforts of Bacolod, you know, second chance points, they have 6 more actually. Itong Batangas season averages versus Bacolod, pero right now, it seems that mas maganda ang pinupunto sa second chance nitong Bacolod.
Jeric Villanueva, check this one out. Already has 5 blocks.
Oh man. You know the only other guy who's capable of doing,
Alam mo sino?
Sino?
Si Raven.
Oh, correct, di ba? Siya lang. That guy averages what, 2 or 3 blocks per game. I remember one game of Abra we covered in the first quarter alone, he had what, 3 blocks already in a game. Speaking of Raven, which to me is also one of the reasons why defensively Abra's been tough.
Sobre Vega, nice find. Malazarte draws closer and finally scores his first field goal.
It's hard to beat anyone who does not know the word give up. And these guys have not given up at all. We've been running through the second quarter and they just keep pouring it on. This time, good fake right there. Let's go that shot, and he makes it.
First 2 points for Kenneth Malazarte. Biggest lead right now for Bacolod at 8 points, 24-16, timeout Batangas City. These are the numbers from the backcourt duo. Itong si Kenneth Malazarte at Mark Duboze combining for 27 points, Coach Mike. And also 11 assists, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, what's impressive is yung 45% shooting nito ni Malazarte on a 5 of 11 to go with the 7 rebounds and 5 assists. A little bit of a struggle, so to speak, para dito kay Mark Duboze, who was 3 out of 9, only a 33% shooting. But then again, if you know Mark, he's never gonna run out of effort against the teams that he plays with.
Bacolod is in the midst of a 17-3 run.
And now they bring in MJ De La Vergen. A little bit of interesting matchup against the guards of Bacolod.
Approaching the 6-minute mark of the second period. Olayon finds Mark Cruz. De La Vergen, 5 on their shot clock. Olayon puts up a free, too strong. Jeric Villanueva with a rebound.
That was the only shot that was available.
Ajay, chance to go up by double digits. Pass bit too tight, turnover. No, it will be overruled by Jay Castoverde. Ball will stay with the Tubo Slashers.
Laking bagay rin talaga ni Villanueva doon sa combination niya kay Kanyal, ano? Imagine him rolling inside and gives that much flexibility and confidence on guards trying to feed rollers.
Saka napaka-valuable ng skill set eh. Could
Oo.
hit the free, but on the other side, could protect the rim. That time though, Maloria rejecting that shot by JC Ajay.
Tsaka may length, di ba?
Oo.
Marunong gumamit ng length niya. MJ, look at that. Oh,
Ajay got a piece of that one. 6 block already by the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. And as a team, Coach Mike, they're in the top 10, 3.2 blocks per contest ng Bacolod.
and this is where I feel Batangas is really going to be tested against a fast-paced, no give-up team like Bacolod. Their patience would be tested, their shot making will be tested, transition offense will be tested. But the hope really for Batangas is that yung mga veterano would start to take over this game and show a lot of control. Good backdoor.
Importante, no putback good from Mark Cruz.
That was really just experience right there. You get a man overplaying you, you cut one way and go back the other side for a backdoor and a good feed.
Kita mo yung edge sa rebounding, no?
Wow.
Oh, Malazarte, the Houdini move! My goodness!
Oh my
Now
God.
you see me, now you don't.
Did you see that? He had everything in there. He picked off that shot, kept steady, kept poised, kept his balance until that good finish. Impressive from Malazarte. Oh man.
26-18 is the count. Valoria forcing it up. No, one and done by Batangas that time. Approaching 4 minutes here. Sombre Vega, kick out pass. Rangel for free. Bagsak si Importante at si Aquino. Aquino is si Miles Canyal pala, sorry. Medyo hawig ng buhok eh.
Pero yung dalawang player na yan, talaga namang warrior rin yan sa loob ng floor. King Importante, pretty much, a defensive guy who never, shies away from battle in the paint. And so does Miles Canyal. I don't think there's anything there. They're just a couple of guys trying to battle it out for the defensive rebound.
At nagpahinga lang ng Bagya. So, yan natin yung magiging tawag dito. Very competitive game so far, Coach Mike.
Yes. And we are pleasantly entertained by the efforts of Bacolod.
Double foul was whistled between King Importante and Miles Canyal.
Kasi may baba ng braso no? Well, that's a good battle if you're a fan watching the game. Good battle for the ball. And Miles just smiles it off.
Malazarte catches the pass. Hernandez switching on to him. Ajay on the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Well challenged shot.
Push.
Rebounding battle, foul whistled on, is it on Canoy?
Canoy, yeah. As Jong was trying to go for that rebound.
Mixer, great move of the game, born for greatness.
Kita mo naman, lahat binigay doon, pati yung footwork. Pagkalampas ni Mark Olayon, utang elbow, whoops. Pivot foot, take the shot. Perfect balance, good finish.
De La Vergen. Importante, quickly to Valoria. King Importante off the glass and in. Second field goal of the contest para dito kay King Importante.
And I feel King Importante, no pun intended, is really an important part of the lalo na sa depensa ng mga tao nito ni Coach Cholo. That's why he's been there for a very long time playing for Coach Cholo.
Ajay, his layup will roll out. Babalik ang bola sa panig ng Batangas.
Don't look now, Batangas only down by 6 with the rock on their hands and an opportunity to make this a 4-point game, even a 3-point game on a made 3.
Plaza, balik kay Levy. Switch. Hernandez, long 3-point shot off the heel. Another offensive rebound, which is what is keeping Batangas in it. 14 offensive rebounds already. Plaza, lalapit, fades away. And clearly the length bothering Batangas at the moment.
And I don't think Seda Blasa also had enough lift on that shot after that spin.
Malazarte, guarded by Baloria. This is our clear matchup. Ajay stepping back for free. Off the mark. Plaza the rebound.
Somehow the passes of Bacolod have been more crispier than that of Batangas.
Definitely more crisp.
Yeah.
Oh, what a find!
nice.
And the back door resulting to 2 points for Seda Blaza.
That was soft and easy on that find by MJ De La Vergen. Look at that. Roll action. Double on the ball. Villanueva lost track of Seda Blaza, and Seda Blaza finishes in the paint.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Timeout on the floor. The lead of Bacolod has been trimmed down to 4, 26-22. Previous game of Batangas was in Bataan kontra Muntinlupa, where they won convincingly 89-68 against the Muntinlupa Cagers.
Well, almost no contest right there, and really just good control by Batangas across all stat lines. More rebounds, plus 12, dominated the paint, even the second chance points. And similar to how Bacolod won it over Basilan, they too shot the ball very well at 48%.
Under 2 minutes left, Bacolod up by 4. Biggest lead was at 8 earlier. Muli po Ken Panglinan, Coach Mike Perez, our courtside reporter Miss Lyra Punsalan. Bacolod kontra Batangas City, battle in the south. 10 seconds sa shot clock ng Bacolod. Malazarte got bumped.
Well, Seda Blasa could afford to, stunt and close out that gap because he was taking on Chadi Rangel, who was filling that corner on that ball side. Unfortunately, he got fouled as he got called for that foul as Malazarte was trying to go inside the paint.
Kenneth Malazarte, originally from Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. Stayed there until elementary, then moved to San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Itong free throw na ito ay atid sa atin Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Kaya lang 0 out of 2 siya.
Oh, at saka in my opinion, yung mga pasok nitong mga talent na bago and the window para dito sa Bacolod. As you see another ball movement right here by Batangas. Malazarte, Villanueva. And, these guys have provided needed firepower in scoring para dito sa Bacolod after the window.
4 seconds sa shot clock ng Batangas. Drag screen but called for offensive foul. Ito si Seda Blaza. Blaza, it's been quite a struggle for him lately. And easy call. We have a timeout with 72 seconds left in the first half. Bacolod still holding on to this 4-point advantage. Mixer, fan of the game, born for greatness. Really glad to have you here on a Monday night sa Batangas City Coliseum. Coach Noy Baclao is also there na naging kalaban din ni Coach Cholo Villanueva for a year back in 2007. Tinalo nila Coach Cholo sila Coach Noy Baclao, Ateneo versus Lasal in the semifinals. That was the year where Lasal won the championship. 2008, sorry.
This was the ano of sila Meyer Hofer, PJ Walsham, tama ba ako?
07.
07 ano? Yun
Tama,
yun, di ba?
07.
Yeah.
08 pala nanalo ng first title sila Coach Noy Baclao. Wala na sila Coach Cholo nun. Kasi last year na nila Coach Cholo eh. 44 seconds remaining. Fadeaway jumper. It will pop out. Dubose nagmamadali. Slams on the brakes. Now turns on the jets. Mark Dubose almost. Malazarte there. Really scrappy but got blocked by King Importante. Numbers here for Batangas City. De La Virgen.
Good pass.
Travel.
Ooh.
Yun lang.
Oh man, that's not a I don't think that's a travel.
Let's see.
Let's see that. Got that pass. Ah, yeah. Right.
Hirap in real time eh.
Yeah.
Last shot time for Bacolod. Malazarte. Oh, great screen provided by Dubose. Villanueva though, unable to control it. And the second quarter comes to a close. Boy, Bacolod has taken it right to Batangas City. Playing on the road, this young team going up against a team full of veterans. But the youngsters holding on to this 4-point lead at the half, 26-22.
You're still tuned into the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is halftime of our main game between the Bacolod Tubo Slashers and the Batangas Tanduayra Masters. Again, I'm Lyra Punsalan and I'm with the assistant coach of the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. We have here Coach Briton Havilona and the newest addition of the Batangas Tanduayra Masters, CJ Lane. We'll hear more from him later. Coach Brit, riding high from your biggest win of the season yet against Basilan, and now the Tubo Slashers are doing well too in that first half. What adjustments took place for you to have the right rhythm?
Pinapalo lang namin yung game plan ni Coach Pau. Tsaka wala naman pressure sa mga players eh. So ini-enjoy lang nila yung game and yun, at least matadala namin kung for the next season hanggang ano. So wala naman kami hinahabol na makapasok pa sa play-in o ano. So ayun, pinapa-enjoy lang sila ni Pau. Follow lang yung sistema tsaka yung game plan. Yun, tsaka depensa.
Just enjoying and seizing the moment. May mga gusto ka pa bang pasalamatan, Coach?
Nagpapasalamat kami sa Delta Sportswear, D-Signs, kay Boss Dominic, Boss Brian, Boss Gael, Boss Bito, Boss JC, tsaka kay Madam Amalia. Tsaka sa Bacolod City LGU, kay Honorable Congressman Albi Benitez, Mayor Greg Gasataya, Vice Mayor Calao Pentevilla, And happy birthday kay Ice Macariola. Happy birthday kay Mami Grace Abelona at sa lahat ng mga taga Bacolod. Madamogid nga salamat sa inyo suporta. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Coach Briton Havelona of the Bacolod Tubos Slashers. And now, to my right, we have a very special guest tonight joining us. We have CJ Lane of the Batangas Tanduara Masters. CJ, welcome to the MPBL. How do you find the league so far, and how excited are you to be playing for Batangas?
I'm very excited to be here. It's a once in a bit opportunity, so I'm very grateful for it. And I like the league so far, everything about it.
Do you have any special mentions, greetings, or shout-outs?
Yeah, I do. I just left my family to my wife, Marissa, and my 2 kids, Nakai and Noel. I miss y'all. I'm doing this for y'all.
Once again, thank you so much, CJ Lane, and on behalf of the whole MPBL staff, welcome to the league. The MPBL will be back.
Coliseum, where the Bacolod Tubo Slashers find themselves ahead by 4 over the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters 26-22. The last taste of the lead by the Rum Masters was at 13-7. Coach Mike, that was earlier in the first quarter, 6-point lead. Since then, Bacolod with an 11-0 run, it even bridged into a 19-5 run. They had their biggest lead at 8 points, but Batangas was able to claw their way back and cut the lead into half. And that's why we have a 4-point deficit in the first 2 quarters, Coach Mike.
Well, primarily, ang naging effort talaga ng Tubo Slashers is yung sa depensa, getting Batangas to 14 turnovers, to which they got 16 points off of it. And at the same time, while ang Batangas is getting the offensive rebounds, to which they are a plus 10 in that department, 7 points lang na nakuha doon ng Batangas. And so, you see clearly, yung mga stat line ng points of turnovers, offensive rebounds, and efficiencies in terms of shot making have really all fallen in the right place para dito sa Bacolod because they exert a lot of effort.
Very balanced yung scoring nitong Bacolod. JC Adjay, 5 points, 4 each from Chadi Rangel, Mark Duboze, and Ken Malazarte. Batangas, noticeably absent there is Levi Hernandez. Only 2 points. Also, when you look at how Bacolod played out the first two quarters, si Jeric Villanueva, only 3 points but 5 rejections. That time, Hernandez scores immediately to open things up in the third.
And I feel what's important also para dito sa, I've always believed on these 4 stat lines as key indicators on who pretty much is on top. One is shot making, which is field goal percentage. Second is turnover and points of turnovers. Good feed underneath.
Great cut back door from the weak side by JC Adjay.
Yeah. And then you have offensive rebounds and second chance points. And the last one being free throws. I mean, you hit all of those, there's a good chance that you will win games. And for the most part, itong Bacolod hitting all 3 of the 4, because right now mas lamang sa percentage itong Batangas, shooting 75% versus that only 50% para dito sa Bacolod.
Jeric Villanueva, JC Adjay, Chadi Rangel, Kenneth Malazarte, and Jan Sobrevega, the unit that started off the first. Sila rin yung magsisimula here in the third period.
Good steal.
Importante, the interception. Importante, all the way, too strong. Malazarte now. Same unit as well to begin the third para dito sa Batangas.
Yes. Oh.
Floater, JC Adjay rolling out. And a push where a hold will be called against Bacolod. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
The importance of baseline basket cuts. Again, we cannot overemphasize that. We've talked about that since the first game. And again, we see that in Adjay doing it. Well, Levi Hernandez knocking down a comfortable 3 from top.
5 of his 7 points coming here in the third. Lamang ng Batangas City, 29-28. Sinagot naman ni Jan Sobrevega with a 3 of his own.
Yeah, very similar play that they ran the last time with Sam Adjay. Earlier going for that drive, but this time they went for that 3. Post up.
Levy fading away. Fight for the rebound between Chadi Rangel and John Apuluto. Dalawang kaliwete, dalawang malalaking mama.
And we knew, Ken, off air we talked about that this is going to be a more aggressive and maybe physical game come the second half, because the Batangas Rum Masters really have so much pride to just, fold up against this effort by the Tubo Slashers. Kailangan tapatan nila yan . Hindi sila pwedeng hindi sumabay dito sa effort nitong Tubo Slashers.
Great interception by Jan Sobrevega, reading that all the way through.
Sikip.
against the reigning MPBL Defensive Player of the Year in Chea. Malazarte off the dribble. Sidestep move. Can't hit it. Villanueva there to clean it up. Basket and one for the Lanky center of Coach Pau Amelona.
I don't think there's anything lanky din sa pagkakakuha niya ng rebound. No? Persado din eh. Kita mo, itong mintis na to ni Malazarte. Pero tingnan mo naman kung saan lang galing yung rebound na yun. That was a weak side 45 rebound. Cut by ito ni Villanueva. And that's why coaches would always tell you, you have to crash the elbows on a shot attempt by your teammate, which is exactly what Villanueva did. Tangkad na ang bilis bumaba eh, no?
Balik ang lamang sa Bacolod. It's a 6-0 run. On the run now are the Tubo Slashers. Ajay, no hesitation. Bola na tapik.
They are outworking Batangas to start the third.
7-point lead, 8-0 run for Bacolod. Importante, skip pass, Hernandez off the bounce. Challenging the defense of Villanueva. Tatakbo na naman ng Bacolod. Sobre Vega, masyadong malayo. You knew as soon as he released it that it was way off.
Walang lift eh, no? Doon sa tira niya.
Saan yung release eh?
Papuntang little bit to the left.
Hindi malinis yung pagkakabitaw niya sa bola eh.
Even the follow through. And so far, I'm very impressed with how Sam Ajay is actually reading defensive coverages while covering ito si Levy Hernandez.
Panyamogan stepping through. Pass intended to Ambuluto, but he was not looking. Another turnover.
Yes.
Turnover number 16 against the Rum Masters. And Bacolod has taken advantage. One and done though on that trip. Hernandez puts his head down.
Ooh.
Bodies colliding. Villanueva hits the deck. Oh man.
Yeah, couple of
Villanueva is grimacing in pain.
couple of
Not a
big
good
men.
sign.
Yeah.
Immediately asking to be subbed out. Not sure what happened here. He's been playing really well.
Yes.
Si Jeric Villanueva.
Right, and that rebound action underneath involving John Ambuluto, and that Levy Hernandez who drove in.
Oo.
We see another player down on the floor, almost on the same side where we had Jonas earlier. We see this right here. That drive by Levy. Good tap by Sam Ajay.
Uy.
Ooh, looks like
Ito. Mas maayos na angulo ito.
Oh, it was Miles. It was Chadi who fell on
Hindi, si Kanyal.
Si Kanyal, sorry. Who fell on the leg of Villanueva.
Tinulak ni Ambuluto. And as Kanyal was falling down, he ricocheted into the knee of Jake Villanueva.
Yeah.
But it's a good sign that he is trying to get back up on his own accord.
Si good.
Ika-ika siya ngayon.
Mukhang
Kita mo, meron siyang sa right knee niya eh. Meron siyang brace eh.
Yung may brace, mukhang yun ang... Hopefully it's okay.
He's been playing marvelously here.
Oh, yes.
Especially on the defensive side of the floor.
6 points on 2 of 3 shooting. 5 rebounds, 5 blocks.
All in the first quarter.
Oh, man.
That really set the tone.
Oo.
Dahil siyempre, kung ikaw yung Batangas, magdadalawang isip ka eh. Kahit pa paano eh.
Na pumasok sa loob, understanding the capability of Villanueva to protect the rim.
Levy missing on the first. Batangas having trouble. Only 29 points at this juncture.
And the thing is,
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Ken, the shot attempts it's just a +1 para dito sa Bacolod. I mean, if you're gonna consider yung turnovers nitong Batangas as potential shot attempts, yun yung nawawala sa kanilang attempts. Kaya dikit lang yung pagtira sa offensive side of the floor nitong dalawang teams.
Rebounds have been key for Batangas. Bacolod hasn't been known to be a great rebounding team. Second to the last in that department. But they've been playing to their strengths. Talking about Bacolod. They have forced a lot of turnovers, playing with a lot of pace. And it has really taken Batangas out of its game.
Well, look at the score. It's 36-30, almost half of the third quarter gone by. This is a low-scoring ball game.
And kung balikan mo yung naging laro nila, no? Talking about Bacolod against Basilan, they also had a strong second half. Special deal vets scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And they were able to sustain it up until the last minute where Basilan made that last-ditch rally but ultimately fell short. And that's what they're trying to do here again. Itong Tubo Slashers.
And this ploy really is just to keep it close against Batangas and then get an opportunity later on for a chance to win the game. But right now, they're still in the driver's seat. They're up 8.
Foul whistle against Batangas City.
You mentioned earlier, the last time that Batangas led was when they were up 13-7, where they were up 6. And ever since, it's been pretty much Bacolod.
The cut. Ajay though lost control of the basketball. Hernandez in transition, getting past Aldev Canoy for 2 points.
Well, even on that make by Levy Hernandez, they actually didn't have numbers. It was a 2-on-2 break. You really just had a really good offensive player and Levy Hernandez finishing it up. Oh!
Dubose! How did he get that shot up and in?
Ang bilis nung release, ano? Ibang klase rin talaga si Dubose.
Walang takot, matapang.
Actually, yung buong Bacolod.
Oo.
It's the entire Bacolod team that plays with a lot of grit.
Importante, pasa kay Ambuluto.
Travel.
He traveled.
Well, he traveled only because Sam Ajay did a good job, defending against the backdoor of Levy Hernandez.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
You see that really good layup finish by Levy Hernandez. It was a 2-on-2. They never generated, advantages in terms of numbers.
Batangas trying to press, and they force a steal here. Ochea, the dump. Hernandez tumingin pa, lays it up and in.
One of the very few times you've got a 3-on-2 advantage in open floor para dito sa Batangas. Ochea leading the break.
PJ Intia, niluwa yung kanyang layup. Levy Hernandez so far already has 12 points. 10 of his 12 points coming here in the third period. Posting up, JC Adjay. Hernandez to Ochea. Pass down low. Ambuluto.
Travel.
Took an extra step.
Yeah, he did travel. Even Coach Cholo saw it.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Be more game with 1xBet.
At that time, Don Ochea going diagonal in an intent to draw the defense of Mark Dubose before leaving it up for Levy Hernandez on that layup finish.
Almost a steal. Inca recovers. Kick out pass to Rangel. Back out to Dubose. 8 seconds on their shot clock. Isolated up top against Kai Oliva. Dubose. Canoy. A second remaining. He will not get it off in time.
Good defense. Well, first, Oliva refused to be beat by the attack of Mark Dubose. Second, when he passed off, the secondary defender, happens to be John Baloria, really stayed well on that attempt by Bacolod.
Guarded by Dubose.
Horns.
Hernandez. Bola na tapik ni Aquino. Turnover ulit. Number 19 laban sa Batangas. Harold Aquino, teardrop, will pop out. Hernandez will set the table. Levy, dire-diretso, left it short. Galing sa labas si Mark Cruz, not able to establish position inside. Bola babalik sa Bacolod.
Yan ay sinasabi natin. Tama yung ginawa ni Levy Hernandez. He rejected that screen, didn't want to go middle. Pero did not have that lift for that finger roll.
Aquino puts it on the deck. Just the pressure with those dribble penetrations Bacolod has been doing. It's given Batangas defense fits.
Yeah, it's the constant paint touches, the intent to get paint touches. That's really putting a lot of, pressure on the defense of the Ram Masters. They are forced to play on their feet and match up against the speed of itong Bacolod.
Itong free throw na ito ay atid sa atin Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Harold Aquino, pasok yung kanyang unang free throw.
And what Bacolod has done is actually to speed up the game on a half-court set. For the most part, a lot of games that you see is you speed up the game the entire length of the floor. But right now, what Bacolod is doing, they're speeding up the game at the half-court set, and that really puts a lot of confusion defensively para dito sa Batangas. And what compounds Batangas' situation right now is that shots very makeable are not going in.
Bacolod re-establishing their biggest lead at 8 points. Ablaza has been quiet. He attacks.
Oh yeah.
Gets into the gun of the defense and scores.
They're gonna need him to start scoring. As you said, Ablaza.
Time winding down in the third. 42-36. Malazarte up top, one-on-one against Baloria. Met by a double team. The pass, Canoy, turnaround jumper, rolling out. That was halfway down. Baloria driving left.
Man, good
Ganda ng
pass.
pasa. Setting up Mark Cruz.
Ganda.
Under a minute remaining. 4-point advantage for Bacolod. Canoy.
One-on-one.
Stepping back, 3-point shot on its way, too strong. Aquino giving them another possession.
Again, it's the corner guy that crashes those rebounds. You have to be mindful of where those corner guys are, especially when they crash the elbow side. Good steal.
Ablaza with a hard show. Oh, Dubose able to disrupt Ablaza. Saving 2 points. Malazarte with a steal. Off to the races. Malazarte high off the glass and in.
If you're gonna take a snippet of how this game has run, those last 2 possessions would tell you how this game has been in favor of Bacolod.
Ablaza can't get it to go. 4.3 seconds left. Babalik pa ang bola sa Bacolod. Boy, these youngsters have really come out and play here. Dubose to beat the buzzer. That's gonna do it here in the third. Lumamang ang Batangas ng isa. But Bacolod able to come back here. And boy, what a performance so far once again for the Tubo Slashers. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
And Batangas really getting pushed to the wall right now. I mean, 3 quarters in, and Bacolod still able to compete against them. A lot of downhill action, forcing the defense to rotate. And the foot speed of Bacolod has been the challenge so far para dito sa Batangas.
6-point lead for Bacolod heading to the fourth, 44-38. fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Just want to give a quick shout out. Happy birthday to Ma'am Claire Bagi, Matthew Ramos, Hyacinth, Isabella, sorry if I mispronounced your name, Luke James Batan. Happy birthday also to Ma'am Beth De Los Reyes and Filomeno Ango. Part dito no sa admin dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. And also masingit ko na lang din, happy birthday to Miss Rhea Agas, my partner sa MPVA in volleyball naman. And liga din yan ni Senator Manny. And of course, Daphne Cristobal who's watching. And also lastly, shout out kay Boss Randy Cabaltera and Enzo Braquias. I'm sure you all guys are enjoying this game. Pero Bacolod, boy, 6-point lead heading into the fourth.
Yeah. And somehow seeing the first 2 quarters played, I am no longer surprised on how they've done that. I mean, 2 more points in the third quarter, 18 versus 16, after limiting Batangas to just 9 points in the second quarter. Just shows you the kind of effort that these guys in white have really thrown at these Batangas Rum Masters.
Malazarte dancing with Bart Cruz. Oh, this guy full of confidence. Kahit sino nasa harap niya eh. Parang nandun yung kumpiyansa niya talaga eh. MJ De La Virgen. Aplaza for 3. Much needed basket for the Rum Masters.
Now, if you're a Batangas fan, you like it that Seda Blaza is 2 out of 2 on his last 2 attempts, 1 coming from 3. You are gonna need those makes from Seda Blaza.
Ochea the rebound. Chance to reclaim the lead for Batangas.
These guys mean business now.
De La Virgen. Aplaza wants to go back to back, and he does!
See how they fake off that side ball screen, forcing the drop coverage to focus on that roller, not understanding that there's a slot-to-slot pass, which twice they've given to Seda Blaza. So they've been attacking that ball handler. Look at that help. Was that Kanoy who helped out? And a knockdown 3 by Seda Blaza.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Because what they really observed is that every time they go on that ball screen, that roller is always going to be checked by the drop coverage guy, leaving the slot open for a 3.
And claim your special offer. Batangas turning things around early in the fourth quarter. Seda Blaza has come alive. 8 of his 10 points coming here in the second half, Coach Mike.
And very important that, they're setting him up. And it's not taking him multiple dribbles to try and score. Now, it's Bacolod's turn to answer back.
Really good game this has turned out to be, despite their records. Kanoy puts it on the deck. 3-second violation whistled against Bacolod.
That offense took too long to develop. They didn't have those gaps. They didn't have the attack. They didn't have that vision for the other guys 1 pass away.
Uy! It's a backboard violation.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened to Jexter earlier, right?
Yeah. Di pa na-establish yung dalawang paa sa front court. MJ De La Virgen. Alam ni Coach Cholo yan.
Oo.
Yan, naitawid na. Ayun, yung pagsalo niya eh. Pababa pa lang yung kanyang dalawang paa eh.
Right. So technically, he's still in the backcourt.
Oo. Kanyal, no. And Valoria will set the table for Batangas City.
They want a ball screen here. This should be a Spain action.
Jong to set. Ablaza. Sidestep. Got held up by Miles Kanyal.
Oh, Batangas got lucky. I thought Seda Blaza took a walk. But you see how the play develops. You know, they try to set up that middle ball screen, which is really a stack formation for Seda Blasa to give a screen for the other big man and to rise up when the ball goes downhill.
We have a timeout here, 7 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Batangas with a 2-point lead. Next 3 games of Batangas on Friday, they will take on Marikina on August 21, kalaban ng Manila Batang Quiapo. On the 29th, they will square off against the Jensen Warriors. Glad to have you with us here tonight in Batangas City again. Gustong bumawi ng Batangas sa kanilang pagkatalo last time out here against Caloocan. And they're getting a really heavy test going up against Bacolod here. Jong Baloria finally getting that one-hander to work.
Well, getting that defense to defend that third action. Normally teams would find it easy to defend one action. Well, relatively okay on a second action, but the third action really is the tough part to recover defensively.
Duboze, 5 on the shot clock. The hesitation, Duboze forcing it up, no good. And ever since Jeric Villanueva got injured, it hasn't been the same. Because Batangas has had their way of attacking the basket. Turnover number 22, laban sa Rum Masters.
Yeah, but that did help the cause of Batangas. But I felt that even without Villanueva on the floor, you know, the Bacolod to Boss Slashers still, you know, we're doing a lot of their stuff comfortably until, you know, that little tweak towards the end of the third quarter para dito sa Rum Masters. There you go.
So palpal, inabot ni Duboze kay Seda Plaza. 48-44. 12-point turnaround. De La Virgen off target. Valoria the rebound.
They're on a zone with the ball in the corner.
Jong, the cut up. Plaza! The impact here in the second half by Sed.
And the Rum Masters being the efficient team right now. Very simple with their execution. You've got that ball in the corner. Everybody's down on a zone formation. You get that weak side 45 cut. And Seda Blasa dives at a moment when everybody had their eyes turned against him. And he just simply made that shot.
Batangas will take their time. Down, up by 6. 4 minutes gone by. Ablaza. That time, no good.
That was a difficult shot by Seda Blasa, if you ask me.
Duboze a bit pressing here. Malazarte. Bacolod has been scoreless for 5 minutes already. Canoy puts it on the deck, off the bounce. As he dumped it off to Richadi Rangel, a foul whistled on a Rum Master. This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
All eyes were in Jong Baloria that time. And Seda Blasa made the easiest cut. Weak side 45 cut against that zone. And ang ganda rin ng timing ng pagkakapasa ni Jong Baloria. And right now, if you look at Bacolod, they are not getting anything easy down the middle of the lane.
Kanyal.
Nothing easy down the middle.
Forcing it up, wala.
And that's the third consecutive time We've seen them try to drive right, door gets shut. They try to drive middle, door still gets shut.
Saan ang gigigil na din eh.
Yeah.
Itong Batangas, 12-0 run being enjoyed by the Rum Masters. But the turnovers have kept Bacolod in it. 23 turnovers already given up by Batangas City.
Alam na ni Jong, ang lakas ng pasa niya. Ang lapit lang ni Seda Blasa eh.
Mahigit 5 minuto na, hindi nakakapuntos. Itong Bacolod. We have a foul on Batangas. Last basket was back in the third quarter para dito sa Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Baseline inbound. They have yet to score here in the fourth. Malazarte. 10 on the shot clock. Dobose almost traveled. And he got fouled.
Wow. Coach Cholo wants a review of this.
Well, ang pwede lang nila i-review dito was that last foul.
That foul, right.
If it's a foul or not. Kung may traveling man na naganap prior to that, it's smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Cholo shaking his head past the halfway point. Batangas protecting a 6-point lead. At babalik tayo para sa challenge na yan.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor
Challenge
stays.
by Coach Cholo. Visibly in disagreement. Here it is.
And that one might have been a travel. Previous one. Parang nagulat rin si Mark doon sa tama sa ulo eh.
Magtubose at the line. Relentlessly attacking the basket. Although may times na medyo gigil, but you like how he plays with reckless abandon. Ito si Mark Dubose. Let's go courtside for an update from Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Injury update for Bacolod. Jeric Villanueva will no longer return to action tonight after suffering a left knee strain. Kita sa mukha niya ang matinding sakit at hirap na nga rin siyang maglakad, prompting the whole team to advise him to just rest and recover. A tough blow for the Tubo Slashers who now have to adjust without his presence on the floor. Back to you guys.
Tama ka dyan, Lyra. No? Laking bagay. Yung rim protection, the presence in the paint.
In length.
The length, how he stretches with his shooting from the outside. He will finish with an impressive stat line though of 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners.
Yeah, that press break is just too easy for Batangas to play the length of the floor defense against the Batangas. You know, they do understand, you know, the gaps in that full court pressure, and that press break really working well. When John got that ball up front, he knew he had numbers game. It's just a matter of drawing out that defender to leave it up for that layup by Marco Lyon.
52-47. Bounce pass, a push. Laban sa Bacolod. Just their second team foul. Still a lot of time before the Tubo Slashers.
Yes, but Batangas is in a really good, you know, poise right now.
No need to panic if you're Bacolod. Lev Hernandez has not seen action here
He's gonna
after
beat
getting
this.
stopped out. De La Virgen, skip pass, Baloria, the fake, fires, no, Rangel, the rebound. Quickly, Malazarte, off the glass and in.
Yeah, that shot they will get. Left side of the floor, they will get that shot. And you're not getting anything down the middle of the lane.
52-49. Baloria, masyado malakas. Malazarte, laban kay MJ, the spin. No foul. (52-49) is the count. Just a 3-point advantage for Batangas City.
Oh, what a steal.
JC Adjei off to the races, turning defense into offense.
It's a one-point game. This is a one-point game.
MJ, Mark Cruz, Lion off the glass. Nice find from Mark Cruz.
Again, you get that past the second line of defense, or even the first line of defense, you're gonna get it quickly on the next line, and then it's a numbers game.
You have a good one here, 51-54. Malazarte pulls up, no. Ball will stay with Bacolod. Player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That time MJ De La Virgen got a little bit too casual that side of the floor, and ball really just got stolen from him. Oh, what a three by Mark Dubouzet.
Big 3-point shot.
Deadlock at 54, Ken.
Remember, last time we were here, tayong tatlo ni Lyra, we were treated to a game-winning basket by Levi Hernandez against Pampanga. Oh, what a
Wow.
find! Ablaza with a reverse. Ablaza, my goodness, 12 of his 14 points coming here in the second half.
That just shows you, the maturity and the experience of this Rum Masters. Drive down the middle and a curl under on a corner basket cut by Seda Blaza.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Practically Miles Cañal losing Seda Blaza on that baseline cut.
Cañal has a chance to make up for it with these 2 free throws. Knocks down the first. 2:20 left in the fourth quarter. Miles Cañal, a 48% free throw shooter, knocks down both. Tabla na naman, 56 all. Baloria. They will set the table here. Nakasona dito ang Bacolod. Baloria try
Not
to make
strong.
them pay. Too strong.
Too strong, right?
Pagkakataon na makalamang para sa Bacolod. Last 2 minutes of the ball game.
Empty ball screen. Sama J. Oh, he wants to take on him solo.
Adjei buries a jumper. What a shot! JC Adjei, gutsy one to give the lead back to Bacolod, 58-56.
Oh, what a move by Ajay. He rejected that offer for a screen, wanted to take Mark Olayan one-on-one, and found nothing but net on that shot attempt. Near elbow. Big shot by Ajay.
Dalawang lamang, Hernandez is back in. De La Virgen.
Levy's gonna exit corner. Oh
Free
no.
for a free. Short. Ball will stay with Batangas City.
You could immediately see that Levy, after that pass up top, was gonna relocate back to the corner of the ball side with Seda Blaza offering a corner exit screen.
Batangas only has one timeout. They will review this one. Minute and 25 left. Crucial call here. Oh boy, Bacolod has withstood the counter punches being thrown at them by Batangas City.
Yeah, that ball should stay with Batangas. Sure looked like last touch by Bacolod. Well, two big shots that we've seen so far here in the latter part of the game. That three de Bose, which, you know, equalized this game at 54. And then that jumper on that one-on-one against Mark Olayon by JC Adje.
Baseline inbound. MJ to Levy. Guarded by the much smaller Dubose. Ablaza, swing pass. De La Virgen is free for a free. No good. Hernandez sticks it back in. Tied game again at 58.
Right place at the right time. Now, if you're Batangas, you need to defend. If you're Bacolod, you need to execute.
Adje drives, goes up strong, but he got caught stepping on the baseline.
They're gonna have to review this. I feel they have to review this.
I don't think they can review it. They could challenge it.
Yeah, I think they should challenge this. Game on the line, you gotta challenge this.
.58 all, 57.1 seconds left. Another close one. Yeah, I think he caught the baseline. His left foot.
I'd like to see that again.
I think Bacolod will be warned here. So ball will go back to Batangas City. Tied game, 58 all. De La Virgen, tightly guarded by Malazarte. Bacolod is not yet in penalty. Malazarte gives up that foul.
And MJ De La Virgen is definitely going to be up to that challenge. They're going to have Levy Hernandez inbounding right now against this zone of the Tubo Slashers. Same play.
MJ, 6 on the shot clock. Hernandez against Miles Cañal for free. No! Rebound ends up with JC Adje. 30 seconds to go.
About a 7 or 8 second differential between the clocks. Batangas would need a good stop.
Dubose, crossover, puts up a free. No! Battle for the rebound. 10 seconds remaining. Good foul. Dubose, great recognition.
Oh, that was a good foul by Dubose. I felt that Mark Cruz was already right there in the corner. Was it Mark Cruz or Mark Olayon? I was there right in the corner with nobody on him. But indeed, I do agree, Ken, that was a good foul given up by Dubose. Understanding foul situations and clock.
Last time out by Batangas, and we'll listen in again to Coach Cholo Villanueva.
So screen, 8 seconds ha. Screen, screen. Iyan ang hinahanap natin. Hinahanap natin set pop. Okay. And then screen. Then Levy, you're going. Mark, let's dito. Okay, so may atake doon. May short roll doon. May layup ka. May drop pass doon. Pag tumalikod ka, dito si MJ. Okay, 8 seconds to score ha. 8 seconds to score.
What do you think, Coach Mike?
Well, they have a lot of time. That's one. Second, first action would be a misdirection. And then after that misdirection, Coach Cholo spelled out all the different options that they have coming up next. And he reminded them, you got 8 seconds.
In case of a dead ball, and Bacolod gets a stop, they still have 2 timeouts. Both teams in penalty. Ablaza to Hernandez, drives baseline, goes up strong, no! The putback, no! Mark Cruz with a putback! Mark Cruz to the rescue for Batangas City.
If there is one theme that you're going to go up against with the game on the line and a last play execution, I'm sure you wouldn't want to meet the Batangas Drum Masters. Little handoff left up for Levy Hernandez. Missed that shot. Said crashed that board. But Mark Cruz, that lift and that putback gives them this lead against Bacolod.
Let's see if they will put some more time on the clock for Bacolod. Let's listen in to Coach Pao.
Moy, ikaw na Moy. Aliyok, wala na 3 points. Ajay! Hindi, Ajay! Pwede pa yan! Si Kenneth! Sab ka, Chadi! Alright? Screen net! Punta ka corner! Labas ka net! Backpick kayo kay Jay. Backpick kayo.
tigasan nyo,
Bigay mo.
Tigasan nyo.
Bigay mo. Coach! Aliyok.
Kung wala nasa...
Aliyok. Tiyarik si Kenneth.
Screenan yung tao ni Dave,
Si Kenneth.
tao ni
Pag
Dave.
palapit, pag wala. Palapit.
Pagpasa ko, tira din ha.
Jay! Good screen. Good screen. Pag wala, pag screen niya, Jay, flash. Tira, Tio.
I don't know if Coach Pao's aware. He still has 1 timeout.
Yeah.
Actually, pwede pa niyang gamitin eh.
Yeah, he
Because
can still
only
use
0.3 seconds
Right.
na lang ito.
Yeah, he still has one more timeout to use it. What I'm hearing is that I'm thinking they have a weak side back pick for an alley-oop. We'll see how this goes. There you go. There's that alley-oop.
Oh, it hits the rim. Ajay, no good. Not sure what Coach Pao was contesting here. He thought na merong hatak, no? There was a foul as Canoy went to the basket. Let's see here.
That was the weak side backdoor on that alley-oop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a... They might have a case on that hold. I don't think the referees are going to call that. Still, that was a good game. Well fought between both. And to your point, we were talking about it, one more extra timeout for
Bacolod.
Coach Pao, right.
Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Seda Blaza, who has struggled throughout this season, comes up huge here in the second half, Coach Mike.
That couple of slot-to-slot pass really started things off for Seda Blaza. And then he just really nitpicked spots on the floor, which he felt was free for him to get that ball and operate on, leading up to this win for the Batangas City Rum Masters.
Final score, 58 for Bacolod, 60 for the Batangas City Tanway Rum Masters. Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Bunsalan.
Said congratulations. Surprisingly, Bacolod gave you a hard time in this match. Pero kwento mo naman yung hindi ka pumayag at talagang pinakita mo that you want this win.
Siyempre yung bagong team yun eh. Siyempre kailangan namin pakita namin kung gaano kami ka veterano dito sa liga na to, kaya kailangan namin manalo to. Yun lang.
And tell us more about that last time out of Coach Cholo. Anong nangyari and what were the few reminders at kung ano yung sinet niyang place for you guys to make that important basket on those last seconds?
Siyempre yung last play namin, kailangan lang namin i-execute yun. Kailangan lang namin yung kahit sino tumira, labanan sa rebound, siyempre last shot na yun eh. So kung sino yung makakuha, yun yung mananalo. Tsaka maganda yung binigay na laban ng Bacolod. Maayos. Thank you.
Said, any greetings?
Una-una, binabati ko yung mga taga Batangas. Salamat sa inyo. Ang family ko, asawa ko si Pearl, ang anak ko si Kaden, si Isabella at si Olivia. Abla sa family, sila mama, papa, Diche, ate, Kuya Pat, Bunsoan. Choco Bambam, Boss Robert Kai, Boss RFK, yung mga teammate ko, salamat sa inyo at sa buong Batangas, salamat sa inyo.
Gritty win for the Batangas Sanduayra Masters. Maraming salamat. Sed Ablaza, our best player of the game, is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and great way to cap off our Monday triple header. Bukas, tutungo po tayo sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. A great set of games tomorrow. Cebu kontra Pasig City in our first game, followed by Pagkasinan kalaban ng Zamboanga, and in our main game, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards will host Binyan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Game X. And that's gonna do it for our coverage tonight from Batangas City. On behalf of Coach Mike Perez and Miss Lyra Punsalan, and for our entire crew, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat